You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards, fucking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 404 of the Battle Heroes podcast. I am your host, Daniel Guerrero, and apparently I get pissed when the air doesn't blow right. Mr. KBD, how are you doing, sir? You're on mute, sir.
So we won.
We did.
That's the important part. There's no having to break down the math Rubik's Cube.
Yes. Yeah, because if we wouldn't have won, we would have won if we would have won on penalty kicks, then you would have had to be watching a lot of games. If we would have lost on penalty kicks, it would have been a long shot, but you still would have had a chance and you would have had to watch some other games. But that's it. It's a wrap. We are on to the quarterfinals. We have clinched into the phase 2, which at this point is just knockout games, which is you win and you keep going. Win or go home, essentially. So that's always fun. We're in the driver's seat. I feel pretty good right now.
Let me tell you, it felt early like a Pumas home game. The stadium was like Puma centric. Oof. They show up and they're loud. They're loud. For those of you that are in the chat, if any of you went to the game, please say something, because the Pumas fans, they were there and they were loud, like forceful.
That's how it felt when Atlas was there. When Atlas was there, they made themselves heard, and it was cool. It was a cool atmosphere. So the atmosphere was fun, I'm assuming.
Dude, they got a chant that they do that, like, I felt it pulsate in my chest. Like it is. Yeah. I mean, it is. They're good. They're good. Danny Mitch says Finn Balor was in the stands in a Pumas
I heard. My daughter said that she saw him on TV. I missed it. But I heard that he was out there. Yeah.
Yeah. People went over there, Luna got an autograph over there. Yeah, he was there. So, I mean, I'm not a big wrestling fan, haven't been for a while. But apparently Finn Balor's like a big deal. I mean, I've seen of him and I've heard of him.
He's a decently big name. I wouldn't say he's like a huge
I do
deal.
remember him being a big deal.
My brother dressed up as him for Halloween one year. The demon or whatever.
Isn't there a wrestler, like, if you say his name, he just shows up? Like, there's a guy that, like, I gotta look through it. There was like a skit that I saw. Yes, no. I'm gonna have to show it to you.
But yeah. All right. So, and I heard that he was sitting in the visitor section. Like he wasn't in like the nice seats or anything.
Off to our right. You know where the visitor section sit to our right by the Lego stands, not in the Lego stands, but the next section over, where some of the visitors sit. That's where he was sitting. So, Joe Henry, this is the guy that I was saying. That when you say his name and he just pops up.
Yeah. And then he just smiles at you. Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So atmosphere, it was a nice atmosphere.
Yeah, it was a nice time. I mean, a lot of Inter Miami fans, surprisingly, but a lot of Pumas jerseys too. Well, because I figured they show up, but there was Pumas fans out there, like a lot. They were out there. Like it wasn't like there's a couple. No, they took up probably the whole left side of our section, where the visitors typically stand. So,
I like that the Mexican fans are showing up. Atlas, they showed up. Necaxa, not nearly as much. Pumas sounds like they're one of the bigger clubs. And then imagine if Tigres or America. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to Liga MX side, to be honest with you, the standings. So let me check that out now. Who would possibly be one of the teams that we could end up playing against. But
Well, so far in the front of the line, you have Toluca, Pachuca, Tigres, and Puebla.
okay.
Now you got your
They've all
boy,
played 3 matches though. So
you got
at
your
the
boy
moment,
Rodolfo Pizarro trying to steal hearts out here.
Juarez is still a possibility. Mazatlan
Yep.
is still a possibility. San Luis is still a possibility. Necaxa is technically still alive. But it's looking like Toluca, Pachuca, Tigres, and Puebla are in the front seat.
No, Necaxa is done. They played their 3 matches. 1 win, 1
Oh,
draw, 1 loss.
They already played the 3 matches. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so the
Oh,
only
that's right.
one
They
is
lost to
Juarez.
Atlanta. Yeah. They already so Juarez is the only one that could upset or move into the top 4. Oh, interesting.
We might be
Right,
seeing
well-
a matchup of our first 10 against our now 10. Imagine.
If we end up in second place and things end up as they are, we will play against Tigres in the first game. Wow. And they'd bring a lot of fans.
But yeah, that was a really good showing by Pumas. I got to give them their flowers. They showed up. If Inter Miami can just grab 10% of those people, yes. Kunte saying happy to see Ian Frey. It was phenomenal to see him. He played phenomenal at the end of the game.
And we'll get into that also. So starting 11, and full disclosure, one of the reasons I hate Wednesday games, my daughter has soccer practice on Wednesdays, and this game started at 7:30, so I missed the first 35, 40 minutes of the game. So I was trying to catch up. Now, when I started watching, we were already down 1-0. So, I did get to see them score, but I missed the first 40 minutes or so.
I showed up on time, but shout out to Matis Yahoo. I ran into him a couple times in the beginning of the game. Super cool dude. He was a blast to be around for sure. So shout out to you, Matis Yahoo. And a guy named Caesar that apparently watches Las Garzas. So really good, really cool, really cool.
Shout out to both of them, and we're gonna actually have Las Garzas tomorrow morning. So make sure that if you're an early bird, at least make sure you get up early for some cafecito con Las Garzas. All right, so let's get into the game. We're 7 minutes in. We really haven't talked about the game too much. So here we have the starting 11. Now, again, I didn't watch a lot of the first half, so I saw the lineup, and if we went 4-4-2, this is what I imagined it looked like. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that they felt we went 4-2-3-1, so I guess it was more like this. I don't know. Chat and Chris. Okay.
It looked more like a 4-4-2. I did see Rodrigo de Paul float from the right to the middle, so I guess it was very fluid, the game style that they had. And for those of you that are on audio, the starting lineup he has set up here is Rocco at goalie, the back four with Jordi Alba, Falcon, Swiss Army Lujan, and then Chelo Weigand at the start at the right back, and then a double pivot with Busquets and Bright getting the start this time. Left mid with Segovia, right mid with Rodrigo de Paul, and then the top two being Allende and Suarez. I did see, like I said, Rodrigo de Paul moves centrally at some times, and Segovia too. There was something that Mascherano said in the post-game press conference, that he basically felt more comfortable playing with 4, I guess, core midfielders, so he can be able to work it through in the middle that way. It worked, being fluid in that fashion.
We didn't have a Pumas guest, but we heard that they like to play that mid block, right? They like to dominate the middle of the pitch. So we figured that that would be key. Rodrigo de Paul and Busquets would be key. I know Busquets was like the QB back there. But this was the starting lineup that we more or less predicted. We said Rodrigo moving to the right side, Allende moving up top, and then Bright being the person to fill in next to Busquets. That's kind of what we figured. And Mascherano had a nice day. I know everybody's been like on their knee pads for him, but after today's match, but like he did something that we've been asking him to do, right? We've asked him to play Ian Frey. We're asking him to play Yannick Bright. Like, yeah, he gets credit. I'm not going to take credit away from him, but he doesn't all of a sudden
do your job right.
Yeah,
do your job right.
We don't all of a sudden forget all the crappy things that he's done just because he had one good game. But absolutely, he has to get credit for today.
Oh, look at Kunte, Mash cooked in the second half. Credit to him. I mean, this is where like you see how Wentz pan now. He cooked.
did he mention in the post game if Wagon was injured? Because I wonder if Frey got in because he was tactically wanting to change things, or if Wagon just got a knock and he had to change.
I don't remember if he mentioned that. If he mentioned if he got injured, I do believe he did bring up the injury, but I didn't really see it from where I was sitting, and I figured that he brought him in for a tactical change. Anonymous here must shut all the haters up. I mean, he is locked in, Danny. Now it's Mosh all in.
I know. I know how this works, right? I know that you guys are very reactionary, right? Like, then next game, everybody's gonna come out and say that he's horrible if he doesn't do well. I get it, but like, I find it hard to just completely like say that he shut everybody up because he had a good half. My understand again, I didn't watch most of the first half, but my understanding is that the first half we didn't look very good.
And Anthony wants me to bring up the last two questions he had. He's asking about a report that we might lose Suarez this after the season. Who do we go after in the transfer window in the winter at striker, because Rodrigo is a midfield, correct? And then he asked,
Rodrigo is a midfielder.
Yes. And then he also asked, what are our thoughts on Javier's comments about the referee? I didn't hear him say anything about the referee. I did hear him say something about the refs last game. So I don't have anything as far as the referee is concerned, but as far as like striker, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with Luis Suarez, but.
No, I mean, look, back in March or April, nobody had DePaul on this team in the summertime. So who knows who will end up with when Suarez leaves. I do think that Suarez leaves in this offseason, but who knows who comes in. But, you know, that's a conversation for months from now.
This guy Martinez on the other team is an absolute unit. The number 9 for their team is a monster. That guy was built in some sort of scientific factory for sure. Guy's a monster.
All right. So
Mitch says Frey changed the game. Play far and wide. Mascherano gave him credit, open up space for DePaul. That's it. Yep, he did bring that up. Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get straight into the second half, but I'm hoping that we do have somebody joining us now that possibly did watch the first half, because Chris apparently went to the game and didn't watch it. I was at my daughter's soccer practice.
I missed the first 10, 15 minutes.
So let's see. We're going to bring on Mr. Luis Suarez, because Luis Suarez had a good game. So, you know, we had to bring on Mr. Luis Suarez, defender over here, Daniel Solana. Solana. He looked.
You know what he just said? He said, "No, how dare you? How dare you say something remotely with a negative tone about Luis Suarez?"
Well, all right. So since you did watch after the first 10 minutes, did we look good? Because again, I missed more or less that. From what I heard, we did not look very good. I heard that Suarez and Rodrigo de Paul weren't very active. What else have I heard about the first half? And then you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I heard that. All right, good. I heard that we were very sloppy.
Well, I feel like this game, at least in the Leagues Cup, has been probably our best game. That's what I feel. I feel like it's
first
been
half
the best
included.
Game. First half included, yes.
Okay.
First half included. First half wasn't the best, but I feel like it was okay.
Solana.
What's up, fellas?
I missed the first half. I was at my daughter's soccer practice, so I started watching like the 38th minute. We were already down 1-0. Chris was mingling with people. He missed the first half. Solana, did you watch the first half?
I did watch the first half. It was miserable. It was not a good first half.
That's what I was going to ask you, because I've heard that, and I was kind of curious as to what you thought about the first half.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good first half for the team. Just back to the old ways of what we're used to seeing with this team. Sluggish, not really attacking very well, just playing the ball back and forth, playing to the back line a lot, to the goalkeeper. Just not what we saw in the second half. It was just a completely different team. It was almost like, it was like a flip the switch type of team.
Well, I mean, I was watching it, and the first 10, 12 minutes I didn't make. But when I watched those 10, 15 minutes later in the halftime, it looked like we were on our heels a lot in the beginning of the first half. But for the most part, after that, I saw that we were like decently progressing and attacking. I mean, it really didn't look bad to me until we got scored on.
No, I thought the first 15 minutes was pretty rough.
Yes.
I thought after we got scored on, the team kind of settled in and then started to attack, and then you got to see a little bit more of what we saw in the second half towards the end of the first half when Suarez connected with DePaul on the goal. Oh yeah, he was there. That's actually really cool.
Jason L got the autograph.
The section.
Yes,
dude, that is badass. That is badass. He's a Pumas fan. Unbelievable.
Apparently.
Well, anyways, yeah, like I thought they played good towards the end of the first half, and that's where we started to see them kind of get into the final third and get some shots into the back of the net, and we got a goal getting into halftime, and I thought it was really critical that we got that goal because going into the half 1-0 would have been brutal.
So that first goal that Puma scored, I mean, like I said, I missed the first half, but I did watch the highlight. It looks like Bright loses his man, and Falcon doesn't pick him up as he sees him running into the box. So would you say that was on Bright and Falcon?
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely
that was a great pass.
Absolutely,
it was a great timed run. It was a great timed run, also. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Falcon has to step up, but obviously, when he steps up, he leaves that wide open path. You know, and they were able to find the alley there and get the goal. So. I mean, a great play. You know, sometimes a good offense beats good defense, and that's what we saw in that play.
Absolutely. Yeah. Look, I saw from the replay, I saw that it looked like Bright lost his man, but Falcon should have picked him up. Regardless, that was a beautifully timed run and pass. So whether it was on Bright or Falcon, it was not like I would completely kill them for it because, I mean, like I said, so like Solana said, sometimes good offense beats a good defense, and that was just a beautiful play.
Well, and look, I mean, One World, One Goal's mentioning it was a chip over a defender. Nobody can defend it. And then Mitch saying Vite had a great pass. Got to give him credit. So some people chiming in saying it's Bright's fault. Some people saying it's the CB's fault. Came in on Lujan's side. Mike V is
maybe saying it that somebody's fault is not the right terminology, but that was the person that should have been covering him, right? And he got loose from that person. So maybe saying that it's their fault is not the correct terminology.
We could say the defense made the right rotations and they got beat by a better player.
Fair.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that.
And I want to mention something before you keep moving on, Danny. I'm not saying that this game was great. I'm saying this is probably the best game holistically throughout the League's Cup tournament. And the second half was phenomenal for me. Like after we got scored on, I felt like we played a really good game.
Okay. I thought the Necaxa game was funner, but
it was.
You mean like
it was?
You mean performance-wise, like that they looked good?
I feel like they looked good, like a solid working unit, like a solid team together, right? Like in the second
half. In the second half, I thought they looked really good.
Yeah.
So to end that first half, Suarez plays the ball to the end line beautifully, finds Rodrigo de Paul inside the box, and Rodrigo de Paul just an easy
what a
finish.
pass! That happened right in front of me. I saw it. And I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna pass this so beautifully. I saw it before he even did it. I saw it was right there, and
I saw you on the TV. I saw you on the TV celebrating the goal.
Yeah, dude, it was magical. I saw what was gonna happen before it happened. It was amazing.
He looked up, he saw him, he paused for a second to give him just enough space for the defender to kind of come in a little more, and then he let it off, pinpoint pass. It was beautiful, and then Rodrigo de Paul, with the poise on Rodrigo de Paul, he got it. He had a defender and the keeper running at him, and just a slight touch with the outside of his foot to end it right there at the far post. It was just class.
Yeah,
class to go in 1-1. Now at that point is when I had just started watching the game. And when I saw that, I said, oh, this team looks pretty fucking good. I don't know. They only scored one, but if that's the way they've been playing, that looks good. But then I started hearing on Twitter and stuff that they didn't have a good first half. But at that point, I'll start with Chris. And in the chat, chime in. At halftime, what are you thinking? Are you thinking, oh crap, we're gonna have to go through a penalty kick? I feel confident. I don't know how this is. Like, what were you thinking at halftime? And Chad, I'm asking the same question.
Well, before you answer, Solana, shout out to Thuck Fung with the $5 super song. Says Solana, Suarez always shows up for the team when Messi is out. Bring Frey, RDP equals fire.
I agree, man. I agree. I've been saying it. When Messi goes out, Suarez steps up, and he's done it the last couple of games, and now I look, one thing I do have to say, I have to apologize to you guys, and I have to apologize to the entire chat, because I was wrong about Bright. He deserves this spot in the midfield. I mean, he was an absolute animal, and having him and RDP next to Busquets is absolutely the best midfield in MLS. It is absolutely unreal.
Hands
so
down.
I apologize.
At 1-1 goal saying, yeah, Bright was always a bright spot. And then Rick A is asking, was that a hockey assist for Bright? No, because he's American. So Pedri Potter doesn't approve, okay? No assist for him.
You look for Pedri Potter, Chris.
No, but at this point, I'm just fishing because he had such a great game.
I see. No, you know, I see. You're like, oh, he hasn't insulted me enough. Let me go look for him. So what were your thoughts at halftime?
He insulted me. He called me a bum in the chat. This guy, bum ass. Sean saying Bright made Chris heal faster. Yes, he did. And after the half, I said, we're going to destroy these guys. We're going to destroy them.
Okay. So that's how you felt at halftime?
Yes. I predicted, if I'm not mistaken, 3-1 or 3-2.
I think we all predicted a 3-1 win. And then in the chat, I think everybody predicted 3-1. Like, everybody felt like we could win by several goals. I originally said 2-0 on our Spanish show, and then Solana said, how are you going to say a clean sheet for us? And I said, you know what? You're right. But I still thought we would win by 2, so I said 3-1 after. Because I did feel like we would win by multiple goals. Pumas was down, and when Keylor Navas was out, you know, I felt like, okay, we should win this by several goals, and we did. First half might have looked rusty, but I thought in the second half we turned it on. Solana, how were you feeling at halftime?
Look, I was excited, man. That goal got me pumped. I thought that's really what Inter Miami needed to inject a little bit of life into the team. So I was excited going into the second half. When I saw that Frey was coming in for Chelo Wigan, it got me even more excited because it showed me that Mascherano was going for the win. He wasn't trying to maintain what he was doing in the first half. And really, I got super excited to see what was going to happen.
Real quick, Adar said that I said that we would make the playoffs. I don't remember ever predicting anything like that, but maybe somebody can enlighten me because I don't remember ever saying anything like that. So, Frey, do you think that Chelo Wigan had a knock, or was it a decision to go for it? Because for not only to him bring on Frey, which he doesn't do that often, but to bring him in at half, I was wondering if it was because he had to or because this was a tactical decision. Did he say that in the post?
Can't we just look at it as in a glass half full that he made the right decision?
No, because I need to know if it was true or not. Everybody's getting on their knee pads out for Mascherano. I'm like, relax. Like, he hasn't done this.
Yeah, no, he's not
all that often. Like, I'm not gonna all of a sudden be like, oh, you know what?
Cooking, now he's cooking.
He's been listening to the show.
He has to get credit. I'm not gonna say that he doesn't deserve credit. I'm just saying, like, take the knee pads off for a second. Stop playing this whole recency bias. And I want to know, was this actually tactical or was he forced into it? Because sometimes
get your knee pads, Danny, because Mitch is saying Mascherano said it was tactical. That was a little adobo he threw in there today.
There we go. And then shout out to Will. Bright is him. Absolutely. I think Bright is going to finally start getting more recognition league-wide if he starts getting the starts because he's huge. Like you said, Bright, Busquets, and DePaul in the midfield. I think that's the best midfield in the league. Yeah. So Frey comes in the second half, and Frey completely changes the attack. You can see he's a lot more direct. He was a lot more involved. He was on the receiving end of crosses. He was distributing crosses. He was getting back on defense because he can push up and he can recover on defense, unlike Wigan, which has been known to get caught on that when he pushes up too high. I think Frey completely changed this second half. again, I didn't see exactly the first half all that much, but the second half I thought absolutely great, and I thought Frey had a lot to do with that. Yeah.
Josue, no, put that back. Put that back, Danny. Put that back. Danny, Josue is saying Danny is tweaking because it did well compared to his papi Tata. You tweaking, Danny? You tweaking?
How could you say that he's doing better than Tata? Tata did everything that Mascherano's done.
No, he
Plus,
did it better.
Yeah, I was about to say, plus done it better by winning a Supporters Shield and a Leagues Cup. So I don't know what Josue is saying.
He's cooking.
All right,
Soccer Daddy gave him the triple fire emoji. You're cooked.
Soccer Daddy, you can suck it. All right. That first goal in the second half ended up being called offsides. Beautifully timed run, just slightly offside. But when Suarez was on the receiving end of that and he hit that far post, I know it didn't count. But in my mind, I thought he saw the ball go in the back of the net. We've made the analogy. Yeah. When a basketball player is having a rough night, all you need to do, go to the free throw. They just need
to see it go in.
Just see it go through the net, and all of a sudden that opens up the basket for you. I felt like, he saw that go in the back of the net. It didn't count, but he's going to get in there before the end of the game. And again, I mean, it ended up being through a PK, but I thought that was a really good motivator for Suarez. I mean, you feel like somebody like that shouldn't need it, but it can't hurt. But it was obviously offside.
Yeah, he was clearly offside. He was on an entire arm offside, but I agree with you 100%. I thought when he put that in the back of the net, and I saw the Discord, and everybody was going nuts, and I was like, nah, he's definitely offsides, and I was kind of pissed off. But back to the goal, I thought just getting it into the back of the net, which is something that he hasn't seen in a long time, was going to help him going forward, and I felt like he was going to score after that, and he got his opportunity a little bit after.
Well, I think it's important. I think it's important to see the ball go in the back of the net for him. So I think this is the start of a good series. What's happening, Danny?
What's up with all the Tata hate? Tata was a good coach.
You're getting. But forget it. Are you kidding me? Mascherano won. It's over for Tata. It's over.
Let me tell you something. I wish, because it's easy to call me out for the things I say. I wish I can go back to all the people saying this and see what they were saying about Mascherano back in May. Or in April, when they were on that 6-week horrible run with Champions Cup and everything. See what they were saying back then.
Mascherano is not doing anything. The team is the one that's doing everything. Let's be honest. He made one good substitute in the last 6 games, and that was bringing on Frey today. Dude, come on.
Chris loves to get me going. All right, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry. I took over the rundown. Go ahead. You keep going with the rundown, buddy.
I can't contain myself. So we get the penalty. Luis Suarez finally sees the ball go in the back of the net. So what's that? That's 2-1. At that point, we end up progressing the ball later. Go ahead.
That was the third PK we get in the last 19 months, 20 months,
and the first one all year.
It's the second one because we got one in Champions Cup.
It was a handball, no?
Yes, and we still haven't gotten one in the regular season. We got one in the regular season last year, so we've had 3 PKs in the last 20 months or so. And
what did you think about the PK? 100%, no doubt, a PK. I did.
The arm was away from his body, so yeah, it has to. Unfortunately, when it happens to my team, I get frustrated because it wasn't intentional in any way. But when your arm's away from your body, it gets called all the time. I don't think there's any question about that.
And now, you expect Suarez to do what he did?
Miss it. I mean, I expected him to make it. I expected him to make it, but not like that.
I was worried because of the way he made the last one. So I haven't talked to you about the last game since then. Oh, I did, but we didn't talk about that PK. The way he scored that PK, the way it hit the bottom of the crossbar, I thought he was going to miss that PK. I was a little worried about this one because, I mean, I guess since he had seen the ball go in the back of the net, right? He was feeling himself a little bit already. So maybe that had something to do with it. But he's been rough finishing recently. So I was a little worried. Absolutely.
Of course, you wanted DePaul to take it. You can tell.
I
You
did.
can tell. Yeah, I know you did. But I knew he was gonna chip it. I had a feeling he was gonna chip it. I just saw it in his eye. Especially, did you notice how hard he ran up to the ball, and then all of a sudden he stopped? That's just not the way he normally shoots it. So I had a feeling he had something up his sleeve. But pure class to do what he did, and I mean, dude, it was a great PK.
Well, not only was that class, but the assist later to Tadeo Allende, that pass was just class in itself. Danny, get out of here. Like, you're going to roll your eyes. You're so mad, bro. You're so mad.
He's mad
You're
that
so
Suarez
mad.
is falling out.
He's
No,
so mad. Look
me,
at
I'm
him.
not.
Look at him.
I'm the one defending Suarez, even though I don't like the guy. I constantly defend him on here.
You're so
The
mad.
Allende thing, though. Oof.
Oh, yeah. He scores, and now everybody's already
Suarez,
probably
no.
calling him
No.
a class.
Hold
I
on.
tell you guys all the time that Suarez is having a great year. Suarez is having a great year. He does everything other than scoring great this season.
Well, Allende missed one-on-one with the goalie, erases his goal. I'm sorry, but that erases his goal for me. It's almost like one positive and one negative, but that negative was so big. I mean, come on. You can't.
Yeah.
You got to shoot that, buddy. You got to do something there. Like, what are you doing?
I honestly thought that he was going to miss that the pass that he received from Suarez. And I'm dead ass. I thought the keeper was going to get that.
He's lucky he didn't have to take an extra dribble. He didn't have enough time to take an extra dribble because he would have messed it up.
Yeah.
Instinct. It was all instinct. Yeah.
Well, that's what it looked like. It looked like he wanted to take it, but he just put it, right past the keeper. But the pass was exactly what made the whole thing work.
You think he mishit the ball and it just went into the goal?
He's like, oh shit!
Possibly.
Oh, it went in. Oh,
He tried-
thank
tried to-
God I made it.
He tried to take the dribble and it just went a little bit too far into the goal.
Oh my
Adar said
goodness,
missed
that would
3
be
off
embarrassing.
play goals. Look, I don't. Like I said, I heard that he had a rough first half. Also, let me see if I could look up his first half stats. But I heard he had a rough first half.
I mean, look, Amanda's saying it, Danny. Yes, Solana, and in his crappy first half, he's still in the negative with this game. I haven't looked at Fought Mob, so I mean, I'd like to see what that looks like.
I'd
As far
imagine
as Allende,
Suarez
I'm
is
pretty
like
sure-
9.8.
I mean,
in the
Allende
first half?
sadly is going to be pretty high.
No way. Allende is going to be like a 7.5.
In
Well, I
the
mean,
first
he's
half
got
or
the
second
goal,
half?
so he's going to be pretty high.
It's a lot. I know, but it's a lot more fun to guess these things, no?
Yeah, for sure. But don't
Well,
look at it. Don't look at it. Danny's probably got the thing pulled up. I didn't look at it.
I haven't looked
I'm
at it.
looking
I haven't
at
looked at it. I
I'm
haven't
looking
looked at
at
it.
I told you I was going to look up the stats. Allende had 3 shots and only 1 on target, which was the one that he scored.
Well, yeah.
Nothing.
And how many lost balls did he have?
Let's see. Touches 32, touches in successful dribbles 0 out of 4. So,
There you go. Boom.
That's
accurate
tough.
crosses 1 out of
Whoa.
3.
What was his rating? I said 7.5. What's his
That was a
rating?
good one, Mike V.
7.6.
Yep.
And that's
Boom.
and that's with the goal. So
That's
that
with
was
a
bad.
goal. That's why I'm saying
Ooh,
all
that's
his
tough.
screw ups cancel out his goal. That's how crappy he played.
Wow, Mitch is saying Allende only has a good score because of the goal before that. He was like a 6-2. You know what it is? You have a goal and you're not above an 8.
His stats don't look good. Danny wanted Miami to lose so he can blame Mascherano and Suarez. First of all, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Suarez, you guys kill Suarez all the time. I don't touch Suarez. I constantly tell you Suarez is doing everything right except for scoring. And I know that that's the main thing, but and actually this is somebody talking about that's actually the new mic. I gave up on the new mic because the new mic sucked after returning it. So yeah, I never wanted Suarez on the team. That is correct.
Take that. You have to
Mr.
take that
Krabs. So Mr. Krabs saying I never wanted him on the team. That is correct. I never wanted him. I don't like him as a person. I think he's a dick. But at least on the pitch, off the pitch, I'm sure he's a nice guy. But as a player, I think he's one of the greatest. And he's had a rough year finishing, but he creates for others. He leads the team in assists. Like these are all things I've been saying. I don't know what you guys talking about.
And look at
All
this. Miami Kings saying Suarez was gassed in 80 minutes, but I mean, to Mascherano's credit, because he's got the spatula right in the kitchen, he's there taking him out just on time, baby. Danny, what do you think about that? What do you think about that timely substitution?
You know what I was thinking about the other day that I saw a picture of Suarez in
83rd
training.
minute, Ben Krem.
That we were kind of having a couple of laughs earlier in the season. I want to say when the season started about how fluffy Suarez was looking.
Yeah,
but I saw a picture of him in training this week. He's got the veins popping, like he's gotten into really good shape. So he's working hard, man. Like and I tell you, he busts his ass when they're pressing. Yeah, maybe he's not the fastest, but he busts his ass. Like I mean, I like the guy, but I can't deny that he's playing well outside of finishing, obviously.
Yeah, outside of scoring.
But hopefully that comes around also because, like I said, he saw the ball go in the net twice today.
That shot he scored that was called back. That was a beautiful shot.
One time. That was a one-time shot. That was beautiful.
And Sima is asking, is Obando still injured? Yeah.
He wasn't on the roster.
Absolutely. He was. I don't even know where he is. That guy's in the same room of Robbie Robinson at this point.
Nah, he's been in practice lately. He's been in practice lately, but he wasn't on the roster for today's game.
I feel bad for that kid. Like you get signed by Atletico Madrid, you're like, ooh, I'm in the big time. Oh, I'm gonna get loaned out to Miami to play with Messi. Okay, I'm gonna get to play with Messi. Then I get to go back to play in La Liga, and Buddy hasn't gotten on the pitch.
Don't feel bad for him. He's making $5 million a year, and he's getting to practice with Messi and live in Miami, Florida. Like he could be living in Ecuador right now in the slums or wherever he was living in. And not making anything. Like, come on, bro.
If you talk like that, then we can't talk bad about anybody on this goddamn sport because everybody's from the slums.
But Danny, on top of that, he's literally like behind Brett Favre. He's Aaron Rodgers at this point. He's not even Aaron Rodgers. He's like the third string starter behind Brett Favre because Luis Suarez isn't like.
But Aaron Rodgers, everybody knew that he had potential because we saw him in college. Like nobody knows anything about Obando.
No, but Obando's like fourth string quarterback. He's fourth string behind Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre.
All right, so it was 3-1. Game basically over at that point, I thought. Did you guys think that it was basically over after the 3-1?
Yeah. Wrap a trap. Forget about it. Game over.
And then we got the subs. Telasco Segovia came off. Allende came off. Suarez came off. They put in Noah Allen, Fafa, and Kremaki. And then they put in Redondo in the 88th minute for DePaul. That was all she wrote. There were a couple of opportunities. Kremaski had a clear opportunity where he went and he took on the keeper. I thought he was going to get a shot off. He hesitated. The defender got in the way.
Yeah.
So, all in all, a good second half. You guys' thoughts on the game or second half overall?
I thought it was a really, really good second half. Mascherano gave a lot of praise to Yannick Bright, to DePaul, to the people in the midfield. I felt like this was probably the best second half, like I said. And come on, guys, 221 watching, 64 likes. Come on.
Yeah, help us get to 4,000. We're trying to get to 4,000 and then try. I mean, I wouldn't put us out there like that, but some more likes, 4,000 subs. Come on, help us out. Yeah.
Juan said it. What'd you think, Solano? What'd you think of the second half?
I just thought getting the 3 points was the key, right? It didn't matter how the team played, but it's a positive to see them start playing a little bit more cohesive, especially without Messi, knowing that we're going to go into a stretch of a couple weeks where we have Orlando this weekend. We have another MLS game next week. Then after that, we have the quarterfinals for Leagues Cup. So we're going into a stretch where we might not have Messi for the next few games. So it was good to see them start to gel and be able to play as a cohesive unit without, their captain. And look, not only that, but Suarez got some rest tonight. I think a couple other guys got some rest tonight. So hopefully we come back on the weekend and we get another W.
Darcy's asking, are we even looking to make some signings? Look, there's two names out there that supposedly are in the process, but I mean, the roster is full. There are other moves that need to be made for those two signings to even be possible. So who knows if that happens.
And I want to be clear here because Miami King is bringing up a good point. From second half, I saw something different or attacking great performance. It's because he and Frey. is more of an attacking right back.
Well,
So,
I look, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that they went to 3 in the back in the second half. They let Ian Frey and Jordi Alba
They
push
did.
up a lot more as wing backs, and then Rodrigo De Paul and Segovia were kind of attacking the middle of the pitch. And I thought it was a beautiful game plan. Mascherano had a great second half, and I'm hoping we can see more of this consistently. Danny doesn't want to release a Rocco's shirt because they will all say sell Drake shirts.
you're 1,000% correct, Josue.
Yes.
Josue has been on one today.
Dude, he is number one commenter 100% today, no doubt.
Yes.
What should I make? A shirt that says Rocco Blocco, like Chris likes to say?
Yeah, Rocco.
Yeah,
Rocco
Blanco with his face just blown up on it.
Yeah. Blown up in front of the goal because he's a Blocko.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Standouts for today's game.
Suarez.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, okay. All right. We're not at man of the match other than Messi yet. So I'm gonna go with Segovia. I think Segovia stood out to me, especially considering that he had to share the midfield with Busquets and with Rodrigo De Paul, who were really going to be central. The fact that he had to really stay a little wider than he's probably comfortable with made really good defensive plays. I'm going to give it to Segovia.
Because I watched the last 7 or 8 minutes of the first half and then the second half. I'm going to go with Ian Frey. I'm going to go with Rodrigo De Paul, Suarez, obviously. I think I'm going to go with those three. I know Allende scored, but I thought Allende still had a rough game. Let me see. Oh, yeah, we already looked at Allende's score. But yeah, I'm going to go with those three. The second half, he didn't have to do much. Did he have to do anything in the first half?
Just a couple saves, nothing crazy. I think they had 10 shots overall. I think 7 on goal, if I'm not mistaken. So, but he didn't have any tough saves. I mean, even the goal wasn't that tough either.
Okay.
Mitch is winning commission here, Danny. Rocco Blocco with some Legos making up a brick wall. That's fire.
All right. So, Que Pena Award. Who gets the Que Pena Award today?
Well, let me I'm going to move myself into the middle, and I'll bring up the starting lineup. Hold on. Let me get to it. Jeez, where is it? I freaking lost it. All right, I got it right here. So here we are. So who do you think gets it, Solana? Que Pena Award.
To me, it's got to go to Chelo Wigan. I mean, you get subbed out at halftime. He had a really brutal first half. I think if he wasn't the worst rated player on Inter Miami, he definitely was one of the bottom 3. So I got to go with Chelo Wigan.
Okay.
I mean, the disrespect from Dennis right now is just out of control. Rocco. Soccer Daddy says crema.
Yeah, that's a good one because of that blown chance, I guess. Because he should have nailed that. I'm gonna go Allende. Just cause.
Just because you want to keep the Allende hate going on then.
If somebody else is playing out wide instead of Allende, we win by 4 or 5 goals.
Wow.
Anybody else?
Robert Taylor for sure.
Like Fafa.
Oh God, Robert Taylor. Starting with the Robert Taylor.
Me and Solana were going back and forth on Discord today about Robert Taylor and Allende. Just in case nobody was aware.
I'm not going to disagree with that too much right there. So you're not going to have a man you're not going to have a man on your side right here, Solana. You lost that one.
No, that's all right.
I'm going to go with I think the Que Pena for me is going to go, and I'm going to just give it to somebody different. I'm going to go with Lujan.
What? Why?
Any particular reason? or is that the first one that came out of your mouth?
I thought he might say Falcon or Bright for giving up that first goal, but
or Rocco, even worst case Rocco for giving up the goal.
No, I'm never gonna give it to Rocco.
Poor guy Lujan, what the hell did he do today?
Listen, he made my stomach feel a little bit worse today. So Lujan is the guy. Sorry. I don't know what to
Poor
tell you.
Lujan. Look, I know I've given Lujan a little bit of crap this year, but he did nothing wrong today. At least not that I saw.
I barely even heard his name, which is a good thing if you
Exactly.
barely hear the name.
Just
That was instead of Que Pena, that was the Que Random award.
Yeah,
Listen, I really wanted to give it to I wanted to give it to Cello, but you gave it to him already. Danny already gave it to Allende just because. So I figured, okay, if he's gonna give it just because.
No, because he blew us some opportunities.
All right, he did blow it, yes. So I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna go with someone just fuck it, just because. And
you give it to Kremaki, maybe.
So, yeah.
Oh my God, how did he miss that? Oh.
Yeah, and you know what? I was proud of him when he first took out the keeper when he got around him. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a nice goal. And nice play by the defender to catch up to him and get in front of him, but still, like, you still got to bury that, man. But all right. And now, man of the match, other than Messi, I think it's obvious, right? It has to be Suarez. Suarez is the playmaker. Now, let me be very clear. Just because everybody was saying that I've been either up and down with Suarez, he did blow some chances also. We need him to consistently do what he did today.
Here he comes, guys.
Well, I'm just saying, because he did blow some chances.
Here he comes. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes, guys. Yeah. Here he comes.
Chris is wanted. He wants the chat to get at me today. I don't know what's going on with Chris today. Was it the traffic? Did you have a hard time with traffic?
Yeah, I did a little bit. The traffic freaking sucked on a weekday, Wednesday. It was brutal.
And Adarsh, I like this. Suarez is more of a playmaker than a striker, and that's fine. Look,
and that's the great thing.
I will take because look, if you want to put your best 11 on there, forget about positions. You want to put your best 11 out there. Suarez is without a doubt the best 11 because he does create for others, and he's been doing it all season. It's just that when you know that he is the striker, you want him to finish those chances that he's getting, and he's gotten a few, and he has been consistently good with them.
I think when you have Luis Suarez, if I want to mention something, when you have Luis Suarez, you want him to score, and he's doing a bunch of other things that are helping the team that's not scoring, just wait when he scores a goal or two. Like, it's over. Like, it's literally over. When you have someone who their job is to score, but they're doing everything else so good, helping in other ways, alleviating it for other teammates. Like, dude, when they start doing their job, like, it's over for the MLS.
I don't know. I kind of gave up on Suarez consistently finishing. Like, it's been long enough where I think that maybe, he's more of a playmaker right now, which is fine. And I'm sure he'll still score here and there. But look, if you can keep creating for others, I think that's great. Italia moment of the match. I'll start with. Go ahead.
My Italia moment of the match is when Pumas scored, dude. The stands were lit. The way that they cheered, it felt like if it was a home game for Pumas. And I thought that was fantastic. They really brought the heat this game as visiting fans, and I give them a lot of credit for that.
Solana?
That was random too. I think my moment of the match has to be the Suarez Paneca, right? I've been waiting so long to scream a Suarez goal, and I finally got a chance to do it. And not only that, it was a beautiful goal. Reminded me of the Loco Abreu goal against, if I remember correctly, was it Senegal or no, against Ghana in the World Cup. So it was beautiful, man.
Well, mine's is the fact that Suarez had to throw the hat on twice because the first time he did it didn't count. How much would it have sucked if he didn't score that second goal?
Oh my God! Did you see? He was gonna get just.
Oh yeah, for sure. If he didn't score the second time, he was gonna get cooked for putting that thing on, celebrating, and then it doesn't count. So to me, yes, having to put the hat on twice was my moment of the match. Sean Rodriguez, Solana, you can take this one. Can you talk about the fact that the substitute actually made sense this time?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. We can talk about it, but nothing ever makes sense with this team or with what Mascherano does. So the fact that it finally made sense makes sense. I don't know if that made any sense there. It was kind of
That
my
makes a lot of
It was
sense.
as random as Chris. That's
No,
why he
that-
No, it doesn't. That was perfect.
that was my version of the Scott Steiner percent speech. So, I just wanted it to make sense.
Yeah. I thought that it was a great sub. Again, I wasn't sure, but somebody said that he did say that it was a tactical decision, but we all knew that we had to win to move on. And in order to win, you need to attack. You need to score goals. Cook dinner for Danny. So he had to win. So he went for it, and he put Frey in because Frey is a much more polished attacker than Chelo Wegan is, and I think he's an overall better player, honestly. But I like that he put him on because he knew that he can progress the ball more. He could definitely contribute more in the attack, and I thought him linking up with DePaul down the right side was pretty nice also because it was nice to see. Frey is just a better overall player, and I think that substitution was key for the second half wake up, and then taking DePaul out, even if it was just for a couple minutes, taking Suarez off in the 80th minute or whatever. And like those, it's nice to see that he's doing those things because usually he doesn't do anything like that. So yes, those substitutions were nice, and again, the game-winning substitution, the Frey substitution, was absolutely awesome. Hopefully, we see Frey start from now on.
Yep. Hey, and good news, guys. Good news, guys.
Yeah.
Portland tied America. They're going to penalties. If America beats them, there's only one other team, which is Seattle, who can pass Miami for first place. If not, Miami will be first or second place in the MLS standings.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because they have the goal differential on us.
Well, Portland does it, so does Seattle. Yeah. So if they tie and win on PKs, they would go ahead of us. We would be third.
Correct. Okay. So we'll see how that turns out. Yeah.
I was gonna mention Danny because Stancy's saying Masha praised both Frey and Bright in the press conference, and Miami.
Which are the two guys that
up here. Right here.
I was just going to say, those are two things that we've been begging for. We've been begging for Frey and Bright to consistently start because they have shown that they're better than Chelo and Redondo. Like, it's as clear as day. You can tell that they're better. So let's just keep starting them. Put the best 11 out there.
Danny, I'm telling you, he played the best hits today, and everybody is in love with Mosh today.
That's great.
Hamas.
And I hope that
everybody's eating Hamas today.
Look, I hope that he can keep it up. I want this team to do well. But, I mean, you can't tell me that he hasn't made boneheaded decisions. So much so that he does this with Frey today. He puts in Frey in the game, and everybody's like, oh, my God. What a fucking great move. You mean a regular fucking substitution? Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? This happens on a regular basis during soccer games.
You know what? I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on to Twitter. And I'm going to tweet when he makes, when Inter Miami tweets about the sub, I'm going to tweet about the sub and I'm going to say, hey, we've been talking about this on the Battered Herons for weeks. It's about time he subbed him in.
Yeah. I don't think it's just us. I think everybody's been talking about it. That's the thing, though. Everybody's been saying it.
But you know what? Mascherano came out in the go ahead, Solana.
I was going to say, but why do we see it and he doesn't?
Mascherano came out the halftime, Danny, and he said, wait till these guys see this one. Bang-o! Ian Frey in. Let's go.
Did you drink today, Chris?
No way, dude. I had some coffee. Just don't tell anybody.
You had some Bustelo?
Sure. Yeah, but cold Bustelo. Listen, let me tell you something. In the fan zone a week and a half ago, they gave Bustelo. Hold on. Let me see if I still got that. Hold on. Got the good stuff.
Well, I actually got iced coffee at the stadium the other day also. Well, while we wait for Chris, Solana and I will be coming on Las Garzas tomorrow morning. So if you are up early, make sure you join us. We'll be talking about the game and Orlando in Spanish tomorrow morning. So make sure you jump on for that.
This stuff is so good. With a little bit of creamer. Sin azúcar, because now apparently I have diabetes. So
you can't be putting creamer in that.
I put a little bit of creamer. There's nothing wrong with that. The diabetes guys, they're good with that kind of stuff. It's like oat milk. So I'm like, I'm good.
This guy, dude. Like I've never seen a more stubborn person in my life. I swear to God.
I'm good.
Jesus Christ. Oh
Just
my
don't
God.
tell anybody.
Yeah, luckily you said it on the internet. Well, I'm sure nobody will find out. All right. Any final thoughts there, Solana?
No, man. Just excited for to see what happens in these next few games, to see what place Inter Miami gets, and figure out who our opponent's going to be in a couple weeks from now. So that's about it.
Messi comes back hopefully for the quarterfinal because he got injured on August 2nd. The quarterfinal might be played on the 19th to 20th. So that's like almost 18 days, almost 3 weeks off. So there's a good chance that he plays for that game. So it should be fun. And I am really excited for the next, 48, 72 hours to hear Orlando fans say that Messi's scared of going to play in Orlando because he has yet to grace them with his presence.
So you think he got injured on purpose?
That's what Orlando fans seem to think.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, just get ready. Just get ready for all the AI pictures and all the memes and Messi's scared of Orlando. But it's coming. I'm forewarning you. It's coming. I am 100% sure of this because they know he's not gonna go and he's never gone.
Anything is easier than the Cincinnati or Nashville fans that we got coming at us on a daily basis, talking about boo-hoo Messi this and wah Suarez that and all that. So they have some sort of complex over in Ohio, and I don't know what their deal is.
Let me tell you something. I think Cincinnati, there's no rivalry there, but they hate us the most. Like when I look at because I get insulted a lot on the stuff that I post, but like 9 times out of 10 is somebody from Cincinnati. Like I click on and it's Cincinnati.
They're active. They're active.
Yeah,
they're active.
I mean, I guess there's nothing else to do in Cincinnati, but like, damn, they really fucking hate us.
It's Cincinnati, it's Columbus, and it's Nashville. I'm telling you, it's the state of Ohio and the state of Tennessee. They don't like us.
No, man, Cincinnati, dude. At least they don't like me. I don't know. Cincinnati, they really dislike me. Well, fuck chili. I don't like chili either, bitches. All right, Chris, any final words?
No, that was a fun game, and I can't wait to see them play against Orlando without Messi. That's going to be fun to see. And it's a Sunday. We haven't had a Sunday game in a while.
Yeah, thank God, because football is back, so I get to watch the Jets lose on their preseason game. Not that it matters, but I'm just used to seeing them lose.
You're just ready to get battered again.
Ready to get hurt again. All right. If you're listening on audio, we appreciate you. Salah, did I ask you for your final words?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. If you're listening on audio, appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all the good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, you guys are the best part of the show, even though you've been insulting me and getting Chris to hype you up. But we appreciate you anyway, and we'll be back tomorrow previewing Orlando with the Loud and Proud podcast. So they'll be here tomorrow night to preview that game. And then tomorrow morning, Las Garzas. So make sure you tune in for that. So with that said, until the next one, have a good one.